Welcome back to the Omaha News. I'm Tanner Kaler.
And I'm Michaela Lee. Coming up, we'll have reporter Kelly Schultz show us an exhibit that teaches us why we fear those things that go bump in the night.
Also, one local Omaha high school is having enrollment problems like it has never seen before. Later, Brandon Mosley tells us why this is happening and what people think can be done to bring back students. You're watching the Omaha News.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
UNO Chancellor John Christensen told a full audience today that students and alumni rate the university high in academic expectations and support. In his annual State of the University address this morning, Christensen said the university is ideally situated to grow. Christensen said Omaha is a Fortune 500 city with a small town feel that provides UNO students with great opportunities.
Of recent graduates, approximately 80% had internships or job-alike experiences, and 95% are employed or continuing their education. Place does matter. Great cities expect and deserve great public universities.
Christensen said the new biomechanics lab, the community engagement building, and the sports arena are giving the university an even larger presence in Omaha. And he said UNO is the lowest cost university in eastern Nebraska. He said most students leave with less than $5,000 of debt when they graduate. More than $230 million was donated to the University of Nebraska Foundation this year, and it marks the largest annual donation total the university has ever received. The record is 37% bigger than the previous record of $172 million in 2011. The foundation attributes the generous donations to the university's commitment to Nebraskan and global matters. UNO's biomechanics lab and UNK's health and science education lab were among those that received private donations.
Fear of spiders, fear of needles, fear of knees? While fear isn't a new concept, the Durham Museum's new Goosebumps, the Science of Fear exhibit shows us how and why we experience fear. Reporter Kelly Schultz braved the exhibit to get an inside look.
Your chest tightens. Your knees start to shake. You are terrified. But have you ever wondered why?
Everybody seems to have some fear. It's an innate emotion to help you survive. Sometimes we learn those fears from our parents or people around us that may not be a real danger, but just a perceived danger.
Visitors to Goosebumps will have the opportunity to confront fears of animals, electrocution, and falling. And slow-motion cameras record the visitors' reactions to stimuli, such as loud noises. There is even a fear theater that plays clips from newsreels and scary movies since the beginning of feature films.
Probably the scariest is the theater. I think those images of scary things, scary shows, Frankenstein, they're scary.
In addition to the interactive sections of the exhibit, Goosebumps is packed with information on how the body recognizes and reacts to fear. The exhibit even has preserved human and animal brains on display, and you can see exactly where fear is registered and processed in all of them. So whatever your fear happens to be, stop by Goosebumps, the Science of Fear, and test it out. For the Omaha News, I'm Kelly Schultz.
The exhibit is open until January 5th and is free with general museum admission. An Omaha man was shot last night and is in critical condition today. Police say 31-year-old Rodney Hunt was shot in the 4500 block of 60th Street a little after 8:30 last night. Police haven't identified any suspects.
Some do it to save money or save the planet, while others just do it to stay healthy. For whatever the reason, many around the city are leaving the cars parked and taking the bikes out on the road. When it comes to getting around Omaha, some choose 2 wheels over 4.
I ride it every day. I ride it to school, I ride it home. I usually come to school a couple times a day, 7 miles a day. probably about average.
Peter Rafferty only drives his car a few times a week. As a student at UNO, he sees the advantages of riding a bike, and so do many others.
It facilitates short trips, and certainly in the middle of a college campus with all kinds of parking issues and students trying to get from point A to point B, this is the perfect solution.
That's why B-Cycle kiosks on UNO's campus and around Omaha are beneficial. They allow anyone to rent a bike for a couple hours and return it to any city kiosk. It's one way Omaha is becoming more bike-friendly. But there's still a lot of work to be done. Right now, Omaha has about 16 miles of dedicated bike lane around the city. Within the next couple years, they hope to get that number up to 26 miles.
We haven't gotten there just yet. And a lot of the facilities we're improving happen to be in the kind of most dense part of our city, which is the downtown core. So our idea is to really make that core work really well and then start kind of progressing out.
I think they have a long way to go, but I think they've at least started something, and hopefully that trend will get going and it will just get better and better.
Morales says he's heard a lot of concerns about bike safety on streets around UNO and adds that the Exarban area developed faster than he anticipated. He says plans are in the works, though, to make biking in those areas much safer. Coming up, Paul Dobler shows us what addition UNO's Alumni Association is bringing to campus.
And Tasia Velasquez tells us that self-defense is something that everyone should learn. You're watching the Omaha News.
PBS is the place you should go first.
There are no advertisers to be satisfied, only an audience to be satisfied.
We take our responsibility as journalists very seriously. We are constantly thinking about our viewers and what they care about.
We want to let you know what the information is, and then you decide what you want to think.
At the News Hour, we are after the facts and only the facts.
You've always known you were a leader, someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons, to learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city, or just explore our state, find out about Nebraska in World War II, learn how Omaha has grown since, discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Something monumental is coming to the UNO campus. Paul Dobler gives us a look.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha Alumni Association is celebrating its 100th year anniversary.
The students on campus have wanted something to represent the spirit of the Mavericks.
To celebrate the occasion, the Alumni Association is bringing to campus the Maverick Monument. The monument will be 8 feet high, weigh 1,500 pounds, and be made of bronze.
Look at him, he's got muscles.
The Alumni Association has a budget of $200,000 for making of the bull, as well as for the changing of the landscape on the Dodge Street campus. The Alumni Association has grown from 13 graduates in 1913 to 100,000 graduates in 2013.
And we as an organization were looking for a way to commemorate that growth and really significantly place something on campus that will be a monument in tribute to the growth of the alumni network and the growth and the power.
The Maverick Monument will be installed right here behind me and between the Lee and Helen Sapp Fieldhouse and the Health, Physical Education, and Recreation Building. The plaza will feature a raised platform where the monument will stand looking west across campus. It will include a donor recognition wall, lighting, and landscaping.
I think it means a lot because it's the mascot for the university. It represents the maverick spirit.
The monument is set to be unleashed in the fall of 2014 in a public dedication.
Going to be on campus, and he's going to look outstanding.
For the Omaha News, I'm Paul Dobler.
If you would like more information about the monument or to donate, you can visit unoalumni.org. Last week, the story of a biker gang attacking a young father made national headlines. Recently, it has been discovered that an undercover NYPD cop was involved in the attack. Initially, Officer Wojciech Broadcheck was off duty and believed not to have been involved, but video later surfaced showing Broadcheck hitting the SUV with the other motorcyclist. Broadcheck now faces charges of rioting and criminal mischief.
The popularity of learning self-defense for protection is growing, but not just for women. Tasia Velasquez tells us more. Hey, Tasia.
Thanks, Tanner. Although the Secura Academy offers lessons for both genders, their clientele is mainly men.
It's not just any workout that these men are warming up for. Instructor Mike Benke says they teach technique at the Secura Academy that can be easily executed under pressure.
Between my assistant and I, we've studied several different styles of martial arts, and we found out what works the best and what's the most efficient technique. We adapted those techniques into the style, and we threw away the other non-essential techniques, and we focus heavily on basic technique because a lot of schools they want to show you like 20, 30 things at once. We want to show you like 3 to 10.
And they try to make it as real world as possible.
That way you get really good at those 3 to 10 techniques, and the way you can pull them off under pressure. Big reason why we're different is because we teach under pressure. If you can't pull the technique off under pressure, it's not going to work.
You know, traditionally in boxing, you know what I mean, you're going to throw to the body, to the head, or whatever. We try to hit to the throat, to the eye, to the groin as fast as humanly possible to get the hell out of there.
Head instructor Cody Kitzmiller has used self-defense techniques for protection.
I lived in a not-so-fantastic neighborhood, and I have had to use it on occasion. Traditional martial arts has an ebb and tide to popularity, what movies come out. Kung Fu Panda comes out, Kung Fu's popular. Karate Kid comes out, Karate's popular. But self-defense is always needed.
He's coming over now.
In the U.S., an assault happens every 2 minutes. The Secura Academy is hoping that with these lessons, fewer people will be a part of that statistic. Back to you, Tanner and Michaela.
Thanks, Tasia. After the break, Paul Dobler will let you know which teams are still undefeated in the NFL and when they get to face each other.
Also, we'll have Jared Meyer tell us why college football fans are going to be disappointed with their video games this coming year. You're watching the Omaha News.
KVNO was in a really interesting place. This Victorian mansion near UNO.
3 floors. The studios were on the 3rd floor.
Bedrooms and bathrooms. So we had a challenge, but we ultimately ended up with an on-air studio.
We soundproofed it with carpet, and actually I think it sounded really warm, very radio friendly.
There were also rumors that the 3rd floor was haunted. Those were the maid's chambers, as we were told.
I had a sink in the office and leaded glass windows which looked out on the stable house in the back.
One colleague talking about having the window open one day, a warm spring or fall day, and a squirrel jumping through the window onto a turntable.
It was a great place, a great ambiance for a fine arts station.
It definitely had a charm to it.
NET Television expands your mind, enlightens your mind, inspires your mind.
educates your mind, entertains your mind. NET Television opens up new worlds to you. Explore, travel, learn, discuss, debate. NET Television keeps you informed. Music, theater, dance, art, news. NET Television awakens your dreams, seeks to serve, strengthens our communities. We are Nebraskans. We are NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Welcome back to the Omaha News.
Paul Dobler is here with a look at sports and with information about how one school's enrollment troubles may affect its sports.
Thanks, Michaela. With a decline in enrollment over the years, Omaha Benson High School has become the smallest high school in the Omaha public school system, and that could cost the school its Class A status in sports. Brandon Mosley has more.
At the start of the 2013 school year, the rumor mill started turning about Omaha Benson moving down to Class B due to enrollment numbers with only 1,500 students. If Benson went to Class B, it would be the first time an Omaha public school lost its Class A status, and it will affect the school mainly in sports. Alumni Courtney Hall feels it's all about winning.
Winning changes everything. Kids don't come here because they want to go to the school where it's trendy, like everyone's go to Central because they keep wanting to play basketball, or Millard to play football or something. But all you gotta do is win. People start, that'll get that enrollment right back up because then everybody want to be a part of the next championship.
Benson High last state championship was in 2007 for boys cross country. Recently retired from teaching from Omaha Public Schools and a Buffett Outstanding Award-winning teacher at Omaha Benson, Pat Holston believes the rumors are true about Benson going to Class B due to enrollment numbers, and that's due to the school district.
Will be Class B, and I think that shows you the direction, in my standpoint, the way OPS is going as far as watching their enrollment and helping direct their kids go and fill their schools up equally.
Alumni and now track coach David Preston helped the Bunnies hang a state championship banner in cross country in 2001 and was part of many state runner-up teams in track and cross country.
I think it's terrible that Benson's going to be going to Class B because the whole history of Benson is Class A. All their state titles that they have and all their trophies that they have for the past however many years have been all Class A.
At the start of the 2013 school year, Central High had the most incoming freshmen with 577, while Benson came at last with only 92 freshmen. And as of now, the district had no comment on Benson going to Class B. As of right now, that's all Benson High is hearing, rumors. For the Omaha News, I'm Brandon Mosley.
If Benson does drop to Class B at the beginning of the 2014 school year, they would not start their Class B sports schedule until the fall of the 2015 school year. UNO Maverick hockey season began Monday with an exhibition match against North Alberta Institute of Technology. UNO defeated Northern Alberta 6-1 in front of over 2,000 fans at the CenturyLink Center. This Friday, the Mavericks will see if they continue winning as they face off against Bentley at the CenturyLink Center. Well, now that the new soccer turf is installed at UNO, hopefully we'll soon be seeing soccer games like this one on the field. It was cold and rainy on Sunday when the UNO women's soccer team hosted Summit League opponent South Dakota. Mavs scored early at the 5-minute mark off the foot of Ava Doach, and another goal was scored by Chelsea Roloff. South Dakota did have chances to score as they try a cross, just missing the goal, but the Mavs defense was too quick for the Coyotes on the slippery grass. The Mavs win their conference opener with a shutout at home in front of over 200 fans. The MLB playoffs has already been an exciting one. The Atlanta Braves were eliminated by the Dodgers on Monday night. 2009 was the last time LA was in the NLCS. They will play the winner of tonight's game 5 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch for that game is set for 7 o'clock. The Tigers beat the Athletics last night to tie the series at 2 apiece. The deciding Game 5 will be tomorrow in Oakland at 7 o'clock. The winner of the Tigers and Athletics series will play the Red Sox in the ALCS after they eliminated the Rays in a 3-1 ball game last night in Tampa Bay. Both championship series will start this weekend with the NLCS on Friday and the ALCS on Saturday. Well, college football fans received some bad news about the only college video game left. Jared Meyer has more.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Electronic Arts announced they would not be making another college football game after reaching a settlement of $40 million with former student athletes who sued EA Sports for player likeness. For some gamers like Phil Lynn, the ending of the 20-year franchise is wrong.
When I found out that the NCAA and EA Sports were in a disagreement, I was disappointed because I really do enjoy playing the college football games.
Lynn, who was a former student athlete, thinks players enjoy playing as themselves.
I would like to be on the game. I think it'd be really cool to see yourself and play as yourself. And I think a lot of college athletes going into college know that.
Ever since high school, I remember staying up late with the buddies to go to Walmart to get the game right when it was released. So, I'm disappointed.
Luke Towie, a huge college football fan, thinks players shouldn't get paid for being on the game.
I think it puts a lot of pressure more on the players. There's their college kids playing sport, and if people know they're getting paid, there's a lot more pressure from fans on these guys.
By this time next year, college football fans will be using a lot less of this and just more of this. For the Omaha News, I'm Jared Meyer.
With the fallout of the college football game, there are no more collegiate video games to play anymore. And that's your look at sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Paul. After the break, we'll see one renowned artist's work come together in one exhibit for the first time in nearly 15 years.
Also, Jared Meyer shows us that despite bad weather, many people were willing to participate in a 5K run for a good cause. You're watching the Omaha News.
About how you're feeling right now. One thing you would like our viewers to know about this state.
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vehicles now going supersonic.
When you want to go above.
It was something new.
Or reach beyond.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
When you want to peer inside.
There's something wrong here. This isn't normal.
It would seem almost impossible. Or push the limit.
Large tornado! It's humongous! We need to get out now!
When you want to dive deep.
These divers are like astronauts.
Our human nature is to push into places that we don't know about.
Or go to the edge.
There are other worlds out there.
We don't know exactly what we're going to find.
When you want to find new frontiers.
I was truly astonished.
You just don't ever know.
Nova.
Wednesdays on NET1.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders. A place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO students, family, and friends were up early on Sunday to take part in an unusual event. Omaha News reporter Jared Meyer got up early too, so he could tell us about it.
Woo! All the way to the finish line, let's go!
Some walked, some ran, but they all did it for fun and for a good cause. Maverick Productions, which is a student programming board at UNO that puts on events for all UNO students, held their first annual Wake Up and Walk 5K to benefit the Teammates Mentoring Program. Kaylee Duffy, a Maverick Production board member, planned out the whole event.
It's a 5K fun run / walk, and so we have the Pancake Man here afterwards. You run in your pajamas. Pajamas are optional, but they definitely make things a little fun. I'm wearing mine. And we have music here, and we have a multi-person photo booth, so it's just a family-friendly, fun event to come and support a good cause.
After crossing the finish line, most of the 50 participants helped themselves to some pancakes and music.
I had a lot of friends who were coming out and doing this, a lot of friends who were in Maverick Productions, and they said it was a great time and a fun thing to do, so I decided to come out.
Former Nebraska football player Des Moines Adams, who is the post-secondary education coordinator for the Teammates program, was also in attendance. He thinks the program and UNO will team up again in the future.
Being a college student is more than just making good grades, but it's all about getting involved, working as a team, finding things to give back like teammates, and great way to really benefit the program so that we can encourage more students to go to college, but also we're always looking for more mentors. And so if we want our students to go to college, why not provide them with a role model that's in college?
As you can see, the weather was not cooperating today, but that didn't stop the runners from having a good time here. For the Omaha News, I'm Jared Meyer.
Between the registration fees and donations, the event raised $212 for the Teammates program.
June Kaneko is a world-renowned ceramics artist, but it's his current art exhibit that is grabbing the attention of local art lovers. They stand 11 feet tall, weigh 1,000 pounds, and for the first time, June Kaneko's original 6 dongos are back together.
The project that we have here is the first time he's really created these monumental sculptures.
With the ability to have a 4,000 square foot studio and to live in his wife's hometown, Kaneko has called Omaha home for 25 years.
You can't have a space like this in a big city. You can't have that in New York City. You can't have it in Chicago. This is amazing. The dongo form, it's sort of like a little, for him, say, pillow form. The longer you look at them, the more hypnotic it becomes. It's sort of, everything starts to move.
Exhibit volunteer Ellen Graham, the dongos have brought joy and excitement to the Omaha art scene.
They're so large and dominant, and yet they're playful at the same time, that I find myself doodling, and I'm so inspired.
A few artists that are able to build remotely near this scale, and it's really unusual and powerful.
The special project Fremont Dongos is free and open to the public Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 until January 10th. But the exhibit isn't the only place where locals can see June's work. Travel to the Hilton downtown, the Lords and Gardens, or here at the Mid-America Center, where these dongos are on permanent display. For the Omaha News, I'm Michaela Lee. For information on Kaneko and his past and future projects, go to junekaneko.com.
Thanks for tuning in to the Omaha News this week. If you're looking for more, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/theomahanews.
While you're there, you can check us out, our news stories, our reporters covered, submit story ideas, or give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you. From all of us here at the Omaha News, good night.
Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
When will you look deep into space? When will you travel back in time? When will you experience the power of red? When? Anytime. Online at video.netnebraska.org. Search, select, and share with the NET Video Player. Watch our shows on your schedule.